content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Today is currently November 28th, 2025. Always be yourself when someone doubts you, and I say that respectfully. I'm not aging on respect, and this is peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. Yeah, you mad at your word. You mad at them, your light. They gonna hate. Hold on 1 second. Authenticity hits within. You mad at your word. They don't dim your light, neighbor. Gotta go. Stop the violence. I'm not aging on love respect, and my content is not for everybody, and I say it respectfully. I may not be entertaining to the average person, but that's okay because my content is not for everyone. Never give up on yourself when someone doesn't see potential within you. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooks you. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Today is currently November 28th, 2005. You know that balance is different when God was showing you guidance when it comes to hold on 1 second. Unconditional love, it wasn't a joke on the hesitation because it started within. You know, I love me to choose me, regardless of what I've been through. At the end of the day, who wouldn't that God allow you to see a testimony? You know, God was showing you the proper tools when it comes to a journey they can relate to because they had to project spoke in a toxic way to make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. When God was fixing your crown to show you at the end of that you are worthy, hold on 1 second to maintain that smile. You know, certain folks going to try to discourage you. Didn't matter. Hold on 1 second. They tax bracket when it came to a rainy day. Who would have knew that God was showing you better days ahead? You know, because self-love starts within. They would never understand at the end of the day. I wasn't seeking revenge. Besides being a truth teller, they would never understand that. Hold on 1 second. You actually understood your reflection because you're mad and you're worthy. You know, chicks and dudes or whatever the case may be when it comes to your journey, they're not going to understand you, but when the right people sees you, hears you, respects you, that energy is different when it comes to confidence. Hold on 1 second. They wasn't trying to reject you. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. And my content is not for everyone. To the genuine ones with those intentions, I truly hope all is well on your end, and I say it respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process, but you mad and you're worthy. They gave up on you, they overlooked you, they know how to love you, respect you, protect you at the end of the day. You poured into the wrong cup, but you are worthy of the right people showing up for you good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. No, it's a trade, don't be God darn it. You know, you've been minding with the mind of your business. You got that phone call. Hey, what's going on? You know, we got a family function going on or whatever case may be. But nobody actually said what it was. It's the train of thought for me. You ever showed up to a wedding not prepared? Hold on 1 second. I didn't sign up for this one-sided ass conversation. It's the train of thought for me. You ever got to someone's wedding and you wasn't dressed as a tie at the end of the day? And they realized at the end of the day, it's cool, you good. And only rather, hold on 1 second. Your family didn't make it down to the altar properly. It's the train of thought for me. You know when the pastor, whoever is, you know, praying over someone is, you know, the matrimony, the case be, for the better days ahead. You know when they said, do you rebuke this relationship? Do anybody see that this is not a good fit? No, it's the train of thought for me. I never understood this weird shit at the end of the day. How someone exercise say, hey, I don't think this is good. I love you. What the fuck? And the train though, because the bride is so confusing that they ready to two-piece somebody because at the end of the day, B-I-T-C-H, I didn't sign up for your chaos drama. No, it's the train though me. You decide at the end of the day to say you want to spend the love of your life, spend the rest of your life with the love of your life at the end of the day. It only has to hold on 1 second. Someone decides to say, you know what, I'm changing my life for you. And I don't think they're the right fit for you. Yeah, no, that's the train though. What kind of stupid shit you on? No, the train though me. Who done told this fool that I was even here? And the train though me. You ever realize at the end of the day when you're trying to be on your family side or your associate side or, you know, that person that you care about, whatever case it be, you trying to be on their side at the end of the day. Because who the fuck told them the address? No, it's the train of thought for me. No, for real, you thought you had friends? No. You got a whole bunch of goddamn enemies. No, the train thought for me. Only brother, hold on 1 second. You know, your family member, whoever the case may be, they was real smart to get security. No, the train thought for me. So security decides to say, you know what, ma'am, sir, you gotta go. But I love them. It's the shade on me. Did you cheat on them? Did you have solicitations towards them when y'all was in a relationship or whatever the case may be? And now all of a sudden you see somebody actually praising someone, praying for someone, loving someone unconditionally. No, if the trade off me, it bothers your mental health when it comes to growth. If the trade off me, I never understood that bullshit shit at the end of the day. How you cheat on somebody, disrespect them, have so much negative to say about them, and as soon as they get married, bitch, you the problem? Here's the trait on me. You need a fucking straight body jacket, you weird bitch. Ha! No other trait of me. You know my conscience is not everybody, and that's okay. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone does not see your potential. And I say that respectfully. Entertainment purposes only. No, it's a trade on me. You know when the holiday times come around or whatever the case may be, it don't matter if someone's birthday or not. Hey, what's going on? You know, we having a get together, whatever the case may be. You get to the family function. Only Russ is really functioning. No, that's the trade of me. You know when you have them jealous ass cousins in the day, how they watch you from foot to the top of your goddamn head to see what you got going on at the end of the day? Oh, okay. Oh, so you ain't changed one bit, huh? Oh, okay, your wardrobe still look the same, huh? I'm trying to outdo you better than you. No, that's the trade, though. I'm about to two-piece your stupid ass. You ever had one of them jealous-ass family members in the day that just come around when you least expect it? Only hold on 1 second. They just want to kick your ass down and see you frown. No, that's the trade, though, for me. These motherfuckers get in competition when it comes to swag. Hold on 1 second, bitch. At least I got clothes. What the fuck wrong with your stupid ass? No other trade, though, me. What's going on with your love life? None of your business. It's the trade, though, me. What's going on with yours? Well, I'm married. Oh, that's nice. You'll be getting divorced real soon. You know when everybody start calling the family at the end of the day? Yo, guess who just got a divorce? It's the trick. Oh, it was just a matter of goddamn time because you can't hold no weight at the end of the day when it comes to a relationship. No, the trick of me. I never understood why, you know, you got your cousins or whatever family member that is. It's so fucking jealous of you. It's the train of thought for me. Like, they be so bougie with them being bougie at the end of the day when it comes to the family function and shit. They watching all the cousins, you know, operate. Oh, you got a new car, huh? I'm still trying to get my life together still too, you know. It's the trade of me. At least I'm able to get around. What the fuck? It's the trade of me. You ever had that one family member at the end of the day that just couldn't stand your freaking guts? Because they you know when they have their mother and father, you they favorite. No, that's the trade of me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That sound real personal. You need to go take it up with the Lord. That's the trade of me. Why are you so nice to them? Who? Oh, that's my baby. That's the trade thought for me. How when your aunt or uncle at the end of the day just pour into you, talking so highly of it, and they just say to their child, you might want to get your life together too, because that's what they doing about, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, it is what it is. No, that's the trait of me. You know when you have that favorite aunt or uncle or whatever the case may be, they got their own kids and shit. But when you come around and they, whoa! It's not like you get a straight body jacket, bitch. What's wrong with you? Why you growing and shit? Why you always gotta come around for? Always? No, I'm just checking in when I feel comfortable at the end of the day, when I'm welcome at the end of the day, when you not around. Hit the trade on me. I didn't know you was gonna be here. I came here by accident. Hit the trade off of me. You know, my content is not for everyone. I may not be entertaining to the average person, but my content is not for everyone. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see your potential. And I say that respectfully. You know, no mother or father should lose a child or guardian should lose a child due to jealousy, envy, or insecurity, or because someone wants to project, spoil, or send someone the evil eye. Because someone found balance. Someone wasn't running from their past. Someone understood growth is different when it comes to maturity. It could truly last. You know, someone didn't think they was better than somebody. How someone tried to dim somebody like because they understood hold on 1 second. The enemy couldn't compare to truly go within, understand unconditional love started within. You know, my content is not for everyone. No mother or father, and I say this respectfully, should have to get a phone call from no urgent care, no hospital, or anybody's corner, or anybody's street block, because someone lacks self-control, because someone had the mindset of hate and envy, when someone knew how to respect somebody. When someone wasn't in someone's life anymore, someone still wanted to control the narrative of having that attachment. Because when you don't run from your past, certain individuals don't understand that door was closed for all the right reasons. You know, my content is everybody, and that's okay. You know, no mother or father should have their child stripped away from them. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Because someone is envious, someone is jealous, someone has a mindset that doesn't want a mother and father to maintain a smile. How this type of stuff actually happens. How a mother and father is someone's protector, they child, they baby. And how a stranger, or you don't even have to know somebody, even family at the end of the day, will try to make your life so miserable because this type of stuff actually happens. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. But a mother and father that's not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing at the end of the day, you know that energy hits different. And they don't deserve to have their child stripped away from them. Because someone wants to control the narrative of painting a mother and father out to be mentally unstable, mentally ill, disturbed. They're not capable of taking care of a child. When that mother knew how to provide, regardless if that mother or father came from poverty or pain at the end of the day. You know, my content is not for everybody. How an individual will strip a child from a household because they want an energy harvest or someone's energy, or they want to project spell work, or they want to do malicious things towards somebody's child at the end of the day. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Today is currently November 28th, 2025. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. I love to talk about love.
Love is rare, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
What's up, butterfly? You know that sacrifice hits different. Hold on a second. Even when the devil was trying to tell so many lies, you know, because you was on divine timing and the devil didn't want you to elevate when it come to prospering, someone loving you authentically at the end of the day. You know, sacrificing your time and day. You wasn't trying to waste someone's mindset at the end of the day to run game. You actually knew how to pursue someone at the end of the day because God was really showing you why it was weathering the storm they can relate to someone's past. That energy is different. You know, because when the right person walks into your life, you know that sacrifice is different, not selling your soul at the end of the day. You knew how to pour into someone's cup. And only was the hold on 1 second. Y'all actually was dancing the right way. Only was it was never competing when it comes to someone truly showing you balance, acknowledging your worth at the end of the day. Because you didn't have to sacrifice yourself. Because when true love is real, it's authentic. You actually show up. You know, because actions speak louder than words. That LOV is different when someone truly sees you to understand, hold on 1 second, it was never competition, not on the hesitation. I may not pray the same, but who would have knew that someone sees you, hears you, respects you, to maintain your smile, to fix your crown, even when the world wanted to kick you down. You know, the energy is different.
Love is rare, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
You know, someone bringing peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, yeah, and just because moments, it came authentically at the end of the day. Someone truly showing you why you didn't mislead yourself when it came to having that feeling. You know, because you thought it was gaslighting, only was to hold on 1 second. Someone truly understood that tank hits different. You know, someone pouring into you when it came to hold on 1 second, you was parked, but who would have knew someone truly could fulfill, who would have knew true love within you. You know, it may not make sense to the average person, but it's not going to be authentic. You know, when you're not running from your past and certain doors closing your life for all the right reasons to show you at the end of the day that true love can truly last. Because when the right person sees you, they hear you, they respect you, and they don't got to listen to just towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. You know, you gain the love of best friend, a business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. When God was showing you to hold on 1 second, you could be on the same page with someone didn't have to pretend. You know, having to kick and eat it too to truly love you. Who would have knew at the end of the day that someone was truly a one-person when it came to you? You know, someone didn't have to switch up when it comes to a future. It just got better when it came to time and day. Who would have knew that testimony is different? How the love department actually makes sense when you prayed. You know, my content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime.
Love is rare, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
What's up, butterfly? You know, folks poured into you, but they was telling so many lies. The gaslight, the ending when it came to mind manipulation games, only was to hold on 1 second. Time heals different when it comes to hold on 1 second. Your reflection, going within to understand boundaries, hold on 1 second, holding your own way. I ain't talking about narcotics. You know, because you chose you when you almost lost you. You very so much thankful that God didn't overlook you. And only was to hold on 1 second, certain doors in your life started opening right to left, and God then reject you when it comes to a future so fruitful. Everybody's not gonna understand how you truly pray to go within. Who would have knew at the end of the day the love of your life didn't have to pretend to love you? You know, it wasn't about mom manipulation games. You know, someone's trying to shortchange you when it came to your pockets, let alone your mental when it comes to growth, let alone hold on 1 second. Someone wasn't trying to destroy you when it came to your past because they wasn't trying to put that weight on you when it comes to hold on 1 second, actually overcoming the pain. That ain't just different. You know, when someone actually sees you, hears you, respects you, that love is different. It's not just love, it's authenticity. It's not just authenticity, it's genuine. Now, it's not only just genuine, someone truly being kind with no malicious intentions, that energy is different. You know, someone respecting you, being loyal. You didn't have to preach at the end of the day, someone to love you. You know, because they did it authentically at the end of the day. Who would have known at the end of the day, true love allow you to feel? You met your match when it came to true love. Only rest on 1 second. True love could truly last. They say fairy tales not real, but someone could truly walk into it and truly keep it real. Not having a hand probably do you wrong. God was cooking up something real good at the end of the day. Only realize the whole in 1 second.
Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
You know, someone sees you, hears you, respects you. Someone truly show you at the end of the day. Even when the outside world try to dim your light, they by your side praying for you. You know, it may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. It's the train of thought for me. You ever been with the minding your business, whatever the case may be, and you get that phone call from your favorite uncle, aunt, you put a name in your book. They decide to call you. Hey, what's going on? It's the train thought for me. You ever got in the middle of something that you wasn't supposed to be in? No, it's the train thought for me. Do not call me for your bullshit. No, for real. This idiot decides to call you at the end of the day to come rescue them because they decided to cheat. What I'm supposed to do? No, it's the train thought for me. That wasn't Brad. Oh, you dummy. No, it's the train thought for me. This fool decided to say, I don't know either. I got to get my life together, right? Oh, yeah. The one who keep practicing preaching all types of day, morning, evening, night, and day, thinking you a bishop or whatever case may be, or pastor, is the train thought for me. Only the rest of the day, you can't even hold a goddamn relationship longer than you can hold your goddamn feelings. Is they even available? No, it's the train thought me. They was. It's the train thought me. You ever realize that one family member that cheat on somebody at the end of the day? You be trying to figure out, what's really wrong with you? No, for real. Because you come across decent people, someone that got a little common sense, because the past at the end of the day, they really mistreated you. And as soon as you get somebody good at the end of the day, not just 1, 2, 3, goddamn a handful, and you mean to tell me at the end of the day you can't stop playing games? One day I'm gonna change my life. It's the train of me. I hope you do it quick and fast, because you silly as hell. No, for real. My content is not for everyone. And I say respectfully.
Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
You know, what's up, butterfly? You know, the fact that love was on your speed limit at the end of the day, you know that context is different when it comes to LOVE. You know, you didn't have to write a script when someone truly showed you at the end of the day wasn't competing. You know, someone truly showing you the proper guidance when it comes to having peace. Who would have knew someone should be patient with you? You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but imagine the love of your life walking into that they didn't have to pretend to be authentic because they wasn't trying to shortchange you when it comes to growth. You know, because someone actually sees you, hears you, respects you. They ain't have to flip a coin and actually love you. And they didn't have to listen to he say, she say at the end of the day, because they actually got to know you for who you truly was at the end of the day. When God was truly showing you balance, when God gave you the key to someone's life, who would have knew it wouldn't hurt? You know, because finally, this chapter called love, true love at that. They say fairy tales ain't real, but someone truly was keeping it real. You know, I may sound like a broken record, but at the end of the day, who would have knew that the someone that could truly love you only allow you to feel? You know, someone brought peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh yeah, just because moments that energy is different. What's up, butterfly? You took the proper steps when it came to certain pieces in your life at the end of the day. I don't mean narcotics. But you understood the pour into yourself, to understand the puzzle at the end of the day that you could truly complete yourself, understand your reality, that you are worthy, didn't have to pretend. Certain folks ain't gonna understand how you stand before yourself today. That rhythm is different when it comes to hold on 1 second. Your unconditional love while you truly went within. And you're very so much thankful that you didn't give up on yourself. That ain't just different. You gained the best friend, a lover, and a business partner, only for you to realize the hold on 1 second. Someone truly knew how to love you. They ain't need a handbook at the end of the day. It was within them, not on them. That ain't just different. Someone wasn't wearing a mask to mislead you with pain. Someone truly showed you, hold on 1 second, we could be on the same page. When it comes to, hello, VE, someone got your back. Now the chain off of me. Always be yourself, and I say respectfully. You know, God was never for manipulation or likes if he's a clout chasing or fame. So when the right person walks into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Just because that relationship didn't work out, you'd be surprised at the end of the day that someone could truly show you while you was weathering the storm that the past couldn't relate to. Someone actually meet you halfway to truly love you. True love is not complicated. True love is not malicious intentions. True love is not spell work. And I say respectfully, I may not make sense to the average person, and I may not be entertaining to the average person. But that's okay, because you're not for me at the end of the day. It's the train off me. To the genuine ones with intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You're mad and you're worthy. It was more so, how do I cook up something I ain't trying to dibble and dabble with narcotics? I understood, hold on 1 second, that corner actually made sense when it come to these street knowledge. They would never understand I have to dibble and dabble with a card at the end of the day to tell my neighbor about themselves when it come to tarot reading, spirituality. At the end of the day, it was just authentic because God was showing me the devil on the enemy. Hold on 1 second, I know how to hold my weight. And I don't mean narcotics. A survivor, that energy is different. I wasn't looking for a handout because I knew how to be authentic at the end of the day. I just needed to push to make sure at the end of the day, thank you God for not giving up on me at the end of the day. You know, that energy is different. How shakes and dudes would look at you like competition, but it wasn't a hesitation when it comes to motivation. It's different. How folks would try to dim your light because they try to discourage you, or because you believe in faith they can relate to. You know, healing trauma and pain, it wasn't an excuse. You understood, hold on 1 second, I'm worthy of choosing me when they overlooked you. You know? Because when someone overlooks you, they don't see your potential, how you tie your shoe. You don't gotta pray the same as the average person, but who wouldn't let you have hate in your vein, being authentic, being a truth teller? You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Never give up on yourself, and I say respectfully. You're gonna have chicks and dudes trying to distract you, throwing spoke in a toxic way, trying to make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin with their own insecurity at the end of the day. But hold on 1 second, you came from poverty and pain. They didn't matter at the end of the day, but you understood at the end of the day, I'm worthy of choosing me. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. You are my sunshine. You are worthy. Far from the hater. Neighbor. Elevate. Don't let them distract you. You know, they go and send spell work right to left, but you matter. You are worthy. G.O.D. got your back. Don't give up on yourself because they want you to have a heart attack. They even trained on me. They be wishing bad, all types of weird stuff, projecting spell work towards your finances. They project the spell work to bring chaos and confusion when it comes to your mental health, but never allow that to stop you. You matter, you're worthy, and you're worthy of having all the right people in your life that actually respects you. You know, the one that said, I'm far from a hater, and if you're not for me, I keep pushing. Later, gotta go, stop the violence. I'm not yet genuinely respect that my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. I'm not yet genuinely respect that I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's gang stalking me or who has me shot up at the end of the day. Always be yourself, because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. I am not a sex worker and I'm not an addict. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Excuse me. Love is real, love is one of a kind. With the right one truly for you. You know the words when it came to LOVE. It became authentic at the end of the day. Someone truly showing you that you was beautiful to go within. Even days when you feel your best, the end of the day, you know, your sick days, your days that you didn't feel the best. But who would have knew that someone wasn't trying to project insecurities on you? You know, because when the outside world try to tear you down, the love of your life truly on to maintain your smile. They say fairy tales ain't real. But who would have knew that God was kicking up something real good, and I don't mean narcotics, to let you show this, to allow you to see that someone truly means well. That energy is different. You know, when someone sees you, hears you, respects you, they just want to balance your peace at the end of the day. That balance is different when God didn't make a mistake. I ain't pushing God on nobody, but my content ain't for everybody, and I say it respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. It was more so G-O-D, don't dim your like neighbor. Far from a hater, they would never understand. They said that you whack in your corner, you were nobody. They said you whack in your corner, you were nobody. But hard line 1 second, don't dim your lights. You know, I understood the right steps. It's different. Certain folks will never understand your potential. You know, pouring into yourself when it comes to hold on 1 second. You know, that wound that truly allows you to feel cannot truly heal. You had questions and doubts and doubting yourself when you looked in the mirror, but only was to hold on 1 second. God was fixing your crown to show you that you was worthy to pour into yourself when folks try to kick you down right to left. Yeah, you mad and you're worthy. You know, it may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. You know what? Practice comes perfect, and I say it respectfully, when it comes to your world. And I say that respectfully to the genuine ones with no malicious intentions. I truly hope all is well in your end. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, protect you, or even meet you halfway. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. No, it's the train of thought for me. You know you gotta be yourself at the end of the day. You ever mind your business, mind your business? Not only was I just minding my business, they said, hold on 1 second, you ain't got potential. But authenticity started within being a survivor. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second. It took a ringleader, a group of minions at the end of the day to try to dim somebody's life when someone actually understood their faith. You know that doge at the end of the day. When someone tells you to move, hold on 1 second, take a shit, hold on 1 second. You forgot to lose. You forgot that you had tools when it comes to self-control. You try to dim the light of an innocent person, or because you looked at the competition, such a hate at the end because you don't understand your own remedy when it comes to unconditional love started within. You know that energy is different. How when God truly shows you your best move was choosing yourself, they would never understand at the end of the day they can't school you. Besides being authentic, it started within. How chicks and dudes with those spell work in a toxic way, all because they want to make sure your conscience don't elevate. All because you're willing to choose yourself. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, someone can have more than you and be so jealous of you. Someone can have less than you at the end of the day and still be jealous of you. But when you fall from a hater, you know how to rule everybody on. It's the trait of me. I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. I gotta go. Nah, for real. My content is not for everyone. It's not. You ever had someone ask you at the end of the day, and only for you to rewind a conversation to hold on 1 second, someone actually saw you to actually go within? They saw potential within you. They was actually praying for you. They didn't have malicious intentions at the end of the day. Y'all may not pray the same, but who would have knew a miracle walked into you like that angel that day? Someone showing up for you, rooting you on, up close in person, not making you uncomfortable in your own skin. You know, they was rooting for you, being your biggest cheerleader, up close in person, behind closed doors. Even when folks don't understand that, hold on 1 second, what do you see in this person? Because not everybody's going to see what you truly got with them when it comes to having potential. But when the right people walk into, like, it wasn't a rejection, it was truly a protection. That energy is different. You know, when someone didn't have to dibble and dabble with spell work, they don't send you to evil lot because we live in a spiritual world. And when you don't take accountability for your actions, they will never understand how God was really showing you why you can truly heal. You know, when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, it's no malicious intention. I say respectfully. Go on within. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see you. Never give up on yourself because someone decides to threaten your life. And they said that nobody's going to believe you. And I say respectfully, regardless as a man or a woman or a child in the day. Never dim your light. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. It's not. Always be yourself. What's up, butterfly? You ever realize you had to take a moment to yourself to realize to hold on 1 second, all the lies? You know, you didn't say you was perfect at the end of the day, but who would have knew that time allowed you to fly? You know, actually blossom at the end of the day. They would never understand that you was truly the miracle that truly go within. You was misunderstood by folks that couldn't understand your love language at the end of the day. That energy is different when God was really showing you that you're worthy. You know, your reflection, the unconditional love, you're handsome, you're beautiful. You know, even when the world try to kick you down, never get discouraged when God's trying to fix your crown.
You matter, you're worthy, don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter, you're worthy, don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter, you're worthy, don't dim your light. You matter, neighbor, 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 far from a hater.
The angel's different. You know, they gonna say that you whack and you corny, you a nobody at the end of the day. But you somebody, your heavenly mother, father, God, they would never understand at the end of the day that God wasn't distracting you when it come to unconditional love. You know, you're gonna have folks in different tax brackets threatening your life, try to rob you mentally, spiritually, or financially, even projecting a hate crime towards you, try to make you homeless so you can damn you like the end of the day. But God was showing you, hold on one second, you're worthy of being comfortable in your own skin. You can become your best self, vision yourself. You know, that dream that you always pray for. Hold on one second. It can truly come true. You know, because when the right people walk into your life at the end of the day, yeah, that crowd wasn't for you, but God truly showed you who truly showed up for you. The energy is different. You know, because you was your biggest cheerleader when folks didn't understand why you went within. You know, God was truly showing you balance when it came to hold on one second. God was holding that will down when God spent the block for all the right reasons. You know, folks laughed and joked or whatever the case may be when it came to your trauma and pain. Hold on one second. Far from having mommy and daddy issues at the end of the day because you understood how the hell to go within at the end of the day when certain folks would never understand your testimony. Hold on one second. It's going to hit different. That ain't just different. Always be yourself with no attention. I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. You matter and you are worthy, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not at the end of the day. Never allow someone to tell you that you can't become your best self as yourself, regardless if you came from poverty and pain. And when you're not a hater, it's the train of thought for me. Because we all not haters, and I say it respectfully. It wasn't I'll do you better than you. It was never a competition when it came to respecting your neighbor. Thank you, no thank you. I never knew that was a crime. But certain folks will paint you out to be the villain in their story, all because, hold on one second, they couldn't maintain that lie. You know, when God shows you the devil alone, the enemy, God reveals their hands at the end of the day. But who would have knew that God was showing you the strength that God endowed within you to love yourself, to better yourself. Don't dim your light. That ain't just different. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I love to talk about love.
Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
Wow. Someone asked you, can you look up? You thought you was feeling down within because of those wounds that was allowing you to feel like, hold on one second, how do I shake this up? You know, how do I shake the fact that, hold on one second, I'm not trying to be disturbed another day to understand my conscience. I want better days ahead. I want to pour into myself. Only as a hold on one second, God allows you to see why you overcame those rainy days. You know, because when the right person walks into your life, that potential is different. That balance, hold on one second, they wasn't trying to destroy you. They wasn't trying to destroy you when it comes to your mental. How someone actually meant what they said that day. Bringing peace into your life wasn't competition. You know, someone didn't have to dibble and dabble with spell work to get your time and day, let alone project lust. You know, the toxic way. Someone to show you why they fulfill those shoes when it comes to your future, not to overlook you. But hold on one second. Who would have knew that true love allowed you to feel that you didn't have trust issues? You know, someone brings peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because women's energy is different, wow. You know, God was really cooking something up when it came to the love department. Something that you almost overlooked at the end of the day. But who would have knew that you be marrying the love of your life and you wasn't pretending? You're very so much thankful that you pray to go within even when you didn't know how to pray. Only realize certain doors in your life all open for all the right reasons, even when they rejected you. You know your past, but God truly shows you that you wasn't running from your past the end of the day when it comes to your reflection, because God was really showing you better days ahead, being emotionally available. Who would have knew that certain folks would never understand your unconditional love, why you chose you? That testimony is different. You mattered, you worthy, you met yourself halfway. When it comes to healing, trauma, and pain, it wasn't a race because you're still being patient with time and day when it comes to healing, but the love of your life is truly authentic. You know, when it came to respecting you, being loyal to you, meeting you halfway, being kind, you know, the energy is different. They say fairy tales not real, but that's a lie. Because someone could truly walk into your life and show you what better days ahead actually looks like. Without arguing, without disrespecting you, with no misintentions. No, the cake over, they're not trying to have that cake and eat it too. No, for real, for real. It's true. Someone could truly genuinely walk into your life and actually see you. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Entertainment purpose only. No, the cake over.
of me. You ever mind your business, whatever the case may be? You decide to call that, family member, whatever the case may be, like your moms or your pops or whatever the case may be. No other trained off me. You ever grew up or whatever the case may be, with a whole bunch of siblings and cousins or whatever the case may be, and you just like to piss the shit off with your parents, and they like, just piss them off. No other trained off me. Watch this. Ma! You ever got that response back? What the hell y'all want? No other trained off me. You ever called your guardian with them calling him at the end of the day? And you ain't want nothing? No other trained off me. You ever called him that one very last time at the end of the day? And only for them to participate, come in the room where you was at? And they give you that look? If you call my name one more goddamn time, it's gonna be me and you. What you gonna do, fool? That's the trained off me. No, for real, for real. You ever just piss somebody off just to piss them off on the day? And only was hold on 1 second. Trauma and pain. They would never understand that how God was showing you elevation is different. Balance, blossoming. Hold on 1 second. I may not make sense to the average person. Trauma and pain. They would never understand your conscience when it comes to motivation. Someone not telling you that they love you at the end of the day. Someone trying to paint you to be the villain in their story, all because they wanted to rest their case. You didn't stop loving you to pour into you, regardless of your mom's, your pops, that guardian that day. You had to heal certain wounds they couldn't relate to. How being authentic truly not allows us to reject you. It was chapters in your life that you needed that hug. When it comes to your testimony, who would have knew that God was keeping you grounded? When it comes to hold on 1 second, maintaining your smile. They would never understand the opposite you overcame, being your biggest cheerleader when you almost overlooked yourself. Let on relapse that day. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second, that withdrawal was real at the end of the day, but God truly showed you while God brought balance to your life to heal that wound. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. And I say it respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. A mother and father that actually sees you. Someone that's actually praying for you. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But who would have knew that their mother and father was capable at the end of the day loving you the same? Because when balance is different, regardless, they didn't have their moms and pops in their life at the end of the day, they didn't have malicious intentions towards you. Someone who showed you why, hold on 1 second, it's okay to pour into you. Even days, hold on 1 second, when that parent feels absent, or because, hold on 1 second, they got so much to do. That simple phone call, are you okay today? That simple phone call at the end of the day, are you hungry today? You can be miles away from your mother, your pops, or whatever the case may be, but they still show up. Those days that you was sick, then have to pretend at the end of the day, who would have knew? Someone could be on the same page with you. A mother and father reflection, a little you at the end of the day that they raising. They're very so much happy to say that you're my child. That energy is different when they show you at the end of the day that the devil's going to kick you down. Let alone the enemy going to try to distract you, but never give up on yourself at the end of the day. That energy is different when mommy and daddy's praying for you. My content is not for everyone. It's not, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's cool. I may not be entertaining to the average person, but that's still cool. But my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. That mother and father that prays. All they want at the end of the day is for someone to come into their baby life to treat them right the first time around. What a way. A way that's real. A way that they didn't feel at the end of the day because someone didn't bring them balance when it came to certain chapters of their life. Who wants to break a baby's heart? A mother and father. They don't want somebody to hurt their child. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. So they pray for the right hands to walk into their baby's life when they call on God to hold on 1 second. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. That moment that father has to step out his comfort zone and actually look at the actual picture at the end of the day, that he didn't mislead his child wrong. He knew how to protect, respect, that loyalty is different. Who would have knew that God wasn't rejecting that father when that father knew how to pray to go within, even days when he couldn't see? That mother as well at the end of the day. A mother that's a prayer warrior. A mother that sees certain things that their child can't relate to. Who would have knew that the love of their life at the end of the day will bring them balance? Because that's all a mother and father actually wants for their child. Is for someone to treat them right the first time around. Not to see them frown because they're a good kid at the end of the day. Because everybody's not supposed to be part of someone's life when it comes to a relationship with bad habits. Because when you project bad habits, a rejection for rejection, they would never understand God's protection is different, but it wasn't a challenge. A father had to think really hard, even when he got lost in his words. He was far from slow, stupid, and retarded at the end of the day, even when the world was against him, let alone the mother. All they wanted at the end of the day was for someone to meet their child halfway. And who would have known that true love wasn't complicated? Only was a hold on 1 second. They was allowing their baby to live in the most healthiest relationship. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. When a mother and father prays for their child, they pray for the best. But not all parents are like that. Because you have parents that reject their children, disrespect their children, project sport towards their children, even bring harm towards their children. Good day, bad day, or misunderstood day. But when you're a stand-up mother and father in the day, you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing and fame. When you actually pour into your child, even on their rainy days. I'm Naya, genuine love respect. And I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. And it's not a crime to be authentic. The way you express yourself is how you express yourself. And I'm far from a hater. No, that's a trait over me. I ain't got malicious intentions. It's a trait over me. Always be yourself with intentions. I would never hurt myself regardless to what man, woman, child, or elderly is threatening my life, and I say respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. When it comes to gang stalking, just because you never experienced it before at the end of the day, you don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalking. How individuals will have folks that's addicts, sex workers, single parents at the end of the day, or focus on hard times in the day just to monitor your every move. They watch your every move from the time that you leave out your household to the time you go from point A to Z. They even cast spell works and you illusions when it comes to sending you the evil lie because they don't want you to prosper in life. They will monitor your mail, hack your devices, accounts, emails, and even your packages in the day. They will act like you got your stuff at the end of the day when you never did. They would even paint a picture towards certain individuals that you're mentally unstable, something is wrong with you, what the case may be, to blackmail you against you. Or they would even project spell work towards these innocent people at the end of the day, so certain folks won't look at you in a certain light. How this type of stuff actually happens. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and my content is not for everyone. No, that's a trait of me. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and also YouTube. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I would never hurt myself regardless who's threatening my life, and I say respectfully. Regardless who's trying to make me homeless, rob me mentally, spiritually, or financially, or trying to project a hate crime towards me at the end of the day. I do not live in fear, and I walk these streets alone. I put everything in my heavenly mother, Father God's hands at the end of the day, and I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I'm not pushing God on nobody, but my content is not for everyone. When God sends the right people into your life, they act their body when they shoot side. That maturity is different. Someone actually rooting you on. Someone not with malicious intentions to kick you down at the end of the day. Someone that does not look at you like competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It's not a crime to be authentic. Original starts within. Hold on 1 second. That's God's reflection. They would never understand the times of day at the end of the day. Hold on 1 second. God will show you maintain your crown and fix your smile at the end of the day. Even when the world try to tear you down. How when the right people chilly cheering you on, they didn't have much intention to do you wrong. How God was really cooking up certain things in your life for all the right reasons. When God was really showing out your past actually was a rejection because God was really showing you motivation is different when it comes to hold on 1 second, better days ahead. Always be yourself, but no attention. I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real till it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. I would never hurt myself regardless of who has me shadow banned or who's gang stalking me or who's threatening my life at the end of the day. I walk these streets alone and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity as their own or to make a profit off me at the end of the day. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never allow someone to dim your light. Never allow someone to stop you from loving yourself. Never allow someone to stop you from pouring into yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing yourself. And I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is everybody. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community, stop the violence in the community.
Peace and respect, to the neighbors, not like you better want it on them, you like gotta go on everybody on them, you like stop the violence. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, individuals will act like they know you, had conversations with you at the end of the day, or they even try to plant something at the end of the day to act like they had a whole conversation with you at the end of the day just to ruin your life so you won't prosper in life. How this type of stuff actually happens. Never allow someone's projection to dim your light, and especially when you got malicious intentions. We all don't pray the same, but I know how to respect my neighbor. I know how to give respect when it's due, and I know how to give flowers when it's due as well too. But we all are not the same. Respect is a two-way street. When someone is truly out for you, keep it pushing. That's the train. I don't understand what's wrong with folks. Folks want to send you evil eye spell work, try to rob you, misspell all types of stuff. My content is everybody. And one thing I don't run from is he say, she say, even when they tell lies. And I don't run from my past. And I say that respectfully. You matter and you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine respect. It's currently November 28th, 2025, and it's currently 11:05 p.m. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You matter and you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine respect. To the genuine ones, I say this respectfully. Healing, trauma, and pains of the race. But you are worthy. Never give up on yourself or lose your vision when it comes to pouring into yourself, when it comes to healing, when you're mentally ready to choose you, and I say that respectfully. Because it's not going to be an overnight process, and especially healing childhood trauma going into your adulthood. You are worthy. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooked you, did not respect you or protect you, or they didn't see potential within you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, and I wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My soul was never fist down, no for bro. I said what I said respectfully. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's gang stalking me or who's threatening my life, and I said it respectfully. I would never hurt myself or who's plotting against me at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. Always be yourself. You matter, you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Gotta go.